All right, so I get tons of DMs for questions, comments, etc. Here's a question that was very interesting. Hey, I have a question about squatting and hope you can help me or even answer me for that matter. I answer everybody as much as I can. Anyway, I'm a former track athlete who still works out and I can do everything except squat on a rack. It's kind of embarrassing. I think the gravity intimidates me and I just can't get my form right. Do you have any advice on tips, form? Thank you in advance. Squatting is pound for pound the #1 exercise in my opinion when it comes to strength training, when it comes to putting on muscle and burning fat. Your legs are your biggest muscle group, and doing squats is a total body muscle builder. You can't not squat. You gotta squat, all right? You're training your back, your core, all your stabilizers, obliques, and of course your legs. Now, it's very intimidating, right? Listen, I'm not even gonna talk about the physiological benefits of squats. I'm gonna give you a philosophical approach to it, all right? Now, this squat bar, loaded with weight, putting it on your back, squatting all the way down, sitting down in your weakest position is very fucking intimidating, scary. When you run to it, you'll realize that it's not that bad, and you'll grow a little bit stronger after that. Mentally, physically, you name it. Squats is a perfect place to practice mental toughness. Because once you do it, first you gotta learn a proper form, right? And I'm gonna show you that. Once you got that down pat, you just gotta, gradually increase weight, build your confidence. The more you do it, you'll become more confident because you're becoming more proficient at it, all right? So we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna show you a proper progression, but first I'm gonna show you the proper setup, the proper form, etc. Everything you need to know to have all the confidence in the world to get your squats and crush it, all right? Let's go. All right, now I like to warm up through the movement, but I also stretch, right? So this is my favorite stretch when I'm doing squats. With that, you have to get your hips below parallel of your knees, all right? So it has to be at least parallel. If this is my knees, this is my hips, at least under parallel, all right? Here still counts, but you wanna get under. Now, I like to go under because the lower you go, you're taking away the strength in your quads and you're using your posterior chain, which is your hamstrings and your glutes, and to power up. And that is where people always have the most troubles. Their glutes and their hamstrings are weak. Quads are very strong because you use that every day when you're walking and etc. So everybody can box squat 1,000 pounds. But when it comes to like actually getting to parallel and below, people struggle, all right? So now what I do to mitigate injury and having pain in my knees is I push my knees out when I'm going down, all right? Now, I'm also you wanna keep your chest up. We call it big chest, and your back nice and straight, all right? You take a deep breath before you go down. So you take the deep breath, and the first thing you do is not just drop down, you push your hips back, all right? And I'm also making sure my weight is on my heels. You never want the weight on the balls of your feet. Your weight is back on your heels, and you're pushing your knees out, okay? Like that, boom. See, big chest, back straight, straight down. Now, from here, I'm gonna put my knees here and push out to stretch my hips. Most people got tight hips, and this is a good way to stretch them right here. In your perfect squat position, all the way down, push. And you could do a 5 to a 10 count. Come on, back up, boom. We're gonna do that again. Each time you do it, you'll probably be able to push your knees out a little bit more because your hips are getting more and more loose, okay? All right, so let's talk about bar placement. You have a high bar and a low bar. There's not one right or wrong. I prefer a high bar. It does make it a little bit more difficult, but hey, I like to choose a difficult route, all right? Now, kind of similar to a bench press, I get my fingers right where I need it to make sure I'm evenly matched on both sides. I usually, for this bar, this is my ring finger. Boom. Now, get under the bar. You don't want to take a bunch of steps back. This is a big no-no right here. You don't want to do that. I say that all the time. What that is you're not confident yet. You don't know where you're at. You're kind of stalling. But when you have that heavy weight on your back, all those little steps is wasting energy. You wanna get confidently into one step on each foot. Bam, bam, like this. Now, like I said, big breath in, inhale when you go down. As you come up, blow it out and explode. Now let's put some weight on it. All right, so another thing that helps with confidence is having the proper equipment or the proper protection. And I choose to use knee sleeves, right? It's just a sense of comfort. It's a compression around your knees. I've been lifting for a long time, so, you know, I just want to make sure I'm nice and secure and snug, and it just gives you that warm, fluffy feeling, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'll show you how to put these on. These are from Mark Bell strong sleeves. I've been using these for a few years. There's a few other brands that I use that are pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff on the market, man. This is a good time to be alive, all right? But anyway, shout out to Mark Bell for these strong sleeves. I'll show you how to use it. Everybody gets intimidated by something, and squats was the one exercise that definitely intimidated me, all right? I used to be one of them guys growing up that just did bench press and curls, all right? Squats totally rounds out the body. It totally unlocks more testosterone naturally, free testosterone in the body, helps you build more muscle, burn fat, etc. It's one of the best things that we can do, all right? Don't be afraid. Or if you are afraid, good, run after it, attack that bully. Well, I hope this helps, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share the video. I'm out.